Welcome to another one of my cheesy YouTube videos. I had all these great plans on doing this video. Right off the bat, things stopped working like they're supposed to. I just bought that pressure washer, hooked it up, and it don't work. That makes me mad. But anyways, one of my friends said, "Hey Kevin, that head on that Power Wagon is toast. Too far gone." So I'm going to let it sit overnight, a magic solution, and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. He might be right, he might be wrong. So stay tuned. Let me tell you a little story about rust. I was in charge of the maintenance of a barge that my yacht club was on. And on the southeast side, where the southeast winds kept pushing water up against that barge, it was rotten. I mean, it looked nasty. So, got a hold of a friend of mine who was a metallurgist in the marine business. And I asked him to come evaluate the barge with me. And we did. Used ultrasound. And we ultrasounded the barge at the water line. And I'd be darned if it wasn't good. And we checked it quite a bit. We couldn't find anything gone so bad that we had to fear it leaking. So let's just let you know that you can't depend on what you see when it comes to rust. You really need to evaluate it. So let's soak that head and let's give the head the benefit of the doubt and see what kind of shape it's in tomorrow. Stay tuned. So I've got the head here. I'm gonna soak the spark plugs. And really, this is a good time to be patient. Soak these other fittings. Yeah, they're kind of rotted. It's hard finding getting a good fit with a socket. They're probably originally 13/16. They do have a considerable amount of rust on them. It's a pretty big bee. If it leaves me alone. I've got time, so I'm not going to press my luck. I'll come out here a couple times a day and soak it. And hopefully the penetrating oil will do the job. I used one of these little red discs at the end for inside the combustion chamber, but I do believe it is too much of an abrasive, and when you clean up the surface of a head, you don't want something that's going to take off metal. You'll damage your sealing areas for your gaskets and stuff. There's a little pitting around this one. I'd have to see how the head gasket sits. I think it sits up in here. For the most part, I like the way this head looks. There's some pitting outside of the gasket surface area. I ain't worried about that. The areas I'm worried about is combustion ring, or the sealing ring of the head gasket that seals the combustion chamber, where it sits. Okay, so I let my head sit probably a good part of a week. I soaked it in PB Blaster. When you're breaking something loose that's rusted, turn it maybe till it gets hard, and go maybe a quarter turn, and go back a half, and go back to where it's hard, turn a quarter, go back. That way you're cleaning the rust out of the threads. Now it's getting a lot easier. There's another one. Looks like the threads are intact. I can't tell inside there because of my eyeballs, but I think we're good. Oh, baby. The only thing I got against PB Blaster is rarely do I ever get a can of it where the pressure in the can lasts long enough to get the fluid out. Usually somewhere towards the end the pressure runs out and I have to cut the can open. But I'm going to pick me up one of them little squirt bottles and put it in there. Everything I want out of this head is out, except for two broken off spark plugs. This one and this one. I'll have to carry the head out to my torch. Hopefully I still got enough oxygen left to heat these two up and get it out. I'll put a little heat on that. I'm running out of oxygen, so don't be telling me to adjust my torch properly, because I am running out of oxygen. Trying to get that spark plug warmed up. I forgot the damn hammer. This is where you got to worry about galding up the threads in the head. I think we're going okay. She's backing out like she's supposed to. Threads look good on the broken spark plug. Good sign. All right, I'm on last one. It's on its way out. I don't know that I've ever put heat to something that I didn't have to heat it cherry red. That's pretty much what I had to do on both these spark plugs. I tried not to apply so much heat. I see so many videos of guys using propane torches and stuff like that. I ain't never had luck doing that. So this is the head my friend, who I won't mention his name, Tom, told me was no good. I think it still has potential. The only place that's questionable is between 3 and 4 where the head gasket was blown. And a little resurfacing may take care of that. So, and there may even be repairs for that. You might be able to fill it in with braze it or weld it. Of course, as you know, you can't just go crazy and weld on cast iron without heating the whole surface up, and they make it prone to cracking. That's why applying heat in one spot is not a good idea. So I don't know that I'd worry about this. I might clean it up, put a straight edge across here, different angles, and check for warpness, and see, study this real good. I just want to do this video mainly on corrosion. What looks terrible with corrosion most of the time isn't, unless of course it's sheet metal and you can see through it. But big surfaces like this, it will swell up, that rust will swell up many times more than the metal is damaged. Thank you for watching yet another one of my cheesy YouTube videos. Please like and subscribe to my channel. At this point in my life, I'm really enjoying doing videos. So I'm trying to put the videos together of some of the things I learned along the way. Some are really good tricks, and I plan to teach you those tricks. So please join my channel, and we're going to keep this stuff going. Thank you very much. And remember, if you love life and learning new things, go aimless.com.